Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Elisa Maria. Welcome back to my channel. I am just waiting for Johnny to get in because he is going to be reading chapter 11 of Jaws. Finally. Oh, let me show you something while we wait for Johnny. He is going to be reading chapter 11 finally. Our lives have just like imploded. We're super busy, but super happy that we're busy because we love being busy. And I think it's so sweet. Today he's going out. He's at the gym right now, but then he's going out. He's going to one of the senior centers to play music with his buddy Dante. I don't know if you guys ever met Dante. I know I put one of Dante's songs up. He was supposed to be one of my guests, one of my creator guests. I'm going to have to get him on here one of these days. He doesn't live far, even if I have to go to his home and sit down with him. I've never seen his studio. It would be really interesting. He did a really cool song about Philadelphia, and he's just such a cool, he's a cool dude. He's a very interesting dude. So him and Johnny are going over to the senior center to play music. I just love it. And I wish I could, film it for you guys, but I can't because I get in trouble. Anyway, so Johnny and I were on 9th Street, and we went to Villa de Roma. We took my mother for her 85th birthday. We were actually looking to go somewhere else, but the kitchen was closed. So we ended up at Villa de Roma, and I like going on 9th Street because there's a bookstore there that I love. They have old records. I love having a record player. I love playing my music on old records, off of old records. And I was looking around and I was like, I'm not going to buy any books because I just, I have Audible, and I love listening to Audible when I am working on my diamond painting, and I have so many books that I read, but I love perusing. I'm always looking for something that might jump up at me. They had a gorgeous cooking section. Oh, books that you just love to hold and read. Anyway, I'm in the art section with all the artists, Picasso, Michelangelo, and I'm looking at all these books, and I look down and what do I say? Just sitting there. My own copy. So Johnny's, you could see now this is like now a spectacular motion picture from Universal. Let me get Johnny's. Hold on. So this one is Johnny's. This one is mine. Johnny's is I thought his was the original. Oh, it's so funny. Johnny's is the 9th printing, and mine's, I believe, is the 18th. I'm so excited because I have so much to tell you guys about this whole book club that we have going on here. Mine is the 18th printing, and I'm sure it was still going. So I'm going to read along with him because I'm curious to see if the language has changed. Sometimes I cringe at the language. So I just sitting there, like, oh, here, you want to buy me? And I paid $15. I do have a diamond painting on my desk here. So then right next to it was Peter Benchley's The Deep. I'm just hooked on Peter Benchley. I love the way that he writes, and already a major motion picture here in the back. Who's here? I think I noticed. Oh, that looks like Jacqueline Bisset. That looks like Nick Nolte. Oh, is that Jacqueline Bisset? Oh God, she was gorgeous. I don't know who anybody else is. I don't know. Even though I have my, what I have on? I have my Farrah Fawcett on today. I love this shirt. I love it. I went out to dinner with it the other night, and I also got the Phantom of the Opera. I've never read the Phantom of the Opera, and I paid $4 for this. What did I pay for the other one? The Deep by Peter Benchley. What did I pay? All the characters in this book are fictitious. Oh God, what did he do? Did he just decide what he was going to charge me? Because there's no, $7. So, and I got the Phantom of the Opera. I've never read the Phantom of the Opera, and I thought, oh my God, how cool to read it during the upcoming spooky season that we have going on. Now, what's the matter with this tripod? I'm going to do a video on just tripods. I'm going to show you all the tripods. You might think that I worked for MGM with all the tripods that I have. So here's what I'm working on. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Here she's coming along, but do you see where I got part of the orca in? I just got done cleaning my tweezers because they were a little sticky. Look at the orca. So I'm going to be working on this, and then I might just insert it into the reading so you can see me. I'm going to do it now while I'm waiting for him to come in. But I also wanted to tell you guys that I ordered a special book. Oh, what happened when we were leaving the bookstore? Something came up, and I was like, oh, they were having a movie at night at the bookstore, and they were showing a certain movie, and I said, oh my God, this movie still scares the bejesus out of me. And the girl that was standing in line, like she was perusing books, and she turned around and she gave me one of the lines from the movie, and she's like, it's just a movie that you never forget. But it was actually a play, and then it became a movie. And they tell you, if you've seen the movie, you know, but if you haven't seen the movie, oh, you're in for a treat, because this movie came out probably in the 50s, and it still holds to this day. It is so emotional and heartbreaking and terrifying. Terrifying, not like, oh, you're going to be scared to death, but just like, oh my God, like shocking. And I'm not telling you what it is yet because the book didn't come yet, but I'm going to read this one. And I'm going to read it during our, as we get ready for maybe September, I'll read it. And they were showing the movie. And the movie tells you in the beginning, we're going to ask the audience to please do not divulge the contents of the movie, because there are some very, I didn't see that coming kind of a moment throughout the movie. And don't spoil the surprise for other people that want to see the movie. And I said, oh, I wonder if you have this book. And he was like, yeah, but I don't know if he was saying yeah because he was agreeing with all of us. My son was in the car, and it was like a big hug. While we were in the car, I got it off of eBay, and it's on its way here. And I'm like, I'm going to tell my listeners that I am going to be reading this. Now get the diamond painting lady, come on. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, because Johnny is going to be, well, I guess I could talk to you, and then I could just take my voice out. What am I talking about? Okay, so let's talk. Like you were going to stop me. Okay, do I have my, oh, here they are. Okay. Oh, come on, tripod foot, don't start. Where's Foofy? Foofy's been outside in the yard all day. And it's not that late. It's like maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm stuck here. Hold on, I'm coming. See what I mean about these tripods? They're like people standing next to you. I was telling you guys yesterday when I was out on my walk. Oh, here we go. Just keep calm. Listen to the blue putty. Keep calm and diamond paint. I got my rain stick. And of course I have my trusty tweezers that I'm just loving. I told you guys yesterday, or maybe you didn't see it yet, but I dropped the cat tiered glass pen, and it fell, and of course it broke. But I think I might be able to fix it. I think I might be able to glue it and fix it. So what is going on? It's Tuesday, and it's going to be alive tonight. And it's so nice out. I don't want to shut my door. I'm so happy that the air conditioner is not on. You have no idea. These are just my extra drills here. Let me put these on the side. Where do I want to start? I actually have YouTube on, and it's royalty free and copyright free. I'll link it. They better not give me a problem with this playing in the background. So tonight is alive, and I'm trying to see what color I want to start with here. I'm filling all my white first, but I only see like I want to stay here in this section. Can you guys see? Let me put you around the other way. I decided to put you guys right on my desk. You're right on my desk. He's not standing around anymore, but look how sweet this work is. I didn't even realize that I did. What is this, a piece of putty? Oh my God, it's that art dot, it's that Diamond Art Club putty and a piece of my hair, which I just grabbed. Yeah, that putty, I love it, but it just gets gummy and gluey. All right, let's start with the white that we have left here. These little, so I just put you on top of my desk because how the hell are you going to see? And then my hand's in the way. So let's see here. It is a white drill. I want to take two of them out. I want to take this guy out. Which way is she facing? I have to, okay, is this the top of her? Yes, this is the top of her, so we're going in the right direction. You have to make sure if you're upside down, then you have to turn your, you know, symbols upside down, but I am the right way. So let me see here. This is white. It's probably not in this tray. How are all my white symbols not in the tray? It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? But they're not. They're both here. Maybe because I used them. So I want this one. And I know that this is an AB, and I'm so tempted to like fill that AB in. And then this one is this one, right? And I'm so tempted, like I said, to fill that AB in. All right, we'll do those three. I don't think I'm going to need to mark my there's not that many that I need to, do I? No, there's not that many. Okay. Oh, there's none in here, 500, so I have to refill it. So here's where my extras are, so I just take this out. Here's 500, and all I do is switch the lids. That's it. That's how easy it is. No extra bags hanging around. I love it. I love it. So, and then that's ready to go. But I think I'm going to do a whole set of, these are my extra drills that I have. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to just start keeping extra drills in the container, but then I don't know. Then I say drills are different from each company, so maybe not. What happened to the music? Because I have premium, so we shouldn't be on a break here. Anyway, I said play all the mixes. That can't be all of them. So tonight is the live, and we're going to be talking about which of course, and I'm going to go through everything verbally. Tammy over at Diamond Painting with Tammy, she did a very comprehensive Google Doc, but we're gonna read it together. And answer all the questions so I can get it, in my brain too, because sometimes people ask, I guess because this is the first event that I've ever hosted, I guess I'm a little nervous, like, did I read that? I just want to be 1000% sure before I tell someone information. And we'll be going over my own event, which is the Raven event. I'll be doing that. I finished last night, you guys, I finished the first 10x10 square on the square kit, and let me tell you, I have never seen my square drills look so neat and so aligned. It is actually frightening how aligned they are. I'm gonna take this old putty out of here, get some new stuff in there. Today's a great day to diamond paint because the weather is just right on perfect. Oh God, so perfect. It's just so wonderful outside right now. I want to be able to go out and take a walk. I don't want to just hang out in the yard with Foofy. I want to be able to go out and take a walk, get my thoughts together, and then I'll do like a brain dump into my phone to organize everything, and then I'll go back and I'll look at my notes. Because they just like, it's like, oh, I'll remember it. You won't remember it. You won't remember it. I never do. I'm like, oh, I'll remember this. And then I'm like, well, it's like I go into like a social site. I'm looking for something. I'm like, all right, let me go on Facebook and grab that. And then I get on Facebook and something hits my attention. And I'm like, I'm like now distracted by what is the first thing that I see on Facebook, you know. And I'm like, what did I come here for? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to start videotaping everything so that I remember what it is and what I was doing. So we'll be talking about the Raven event, and we'll be talking about Witch. And we already read chapter 11. I started a little monologue in the beginning, like I just did, and I hit the pause button to hand the tripod to John. I said, it's on pause, make sure that you hit record. And he said, okay. And I should have just checked it, I think he thought that he hit it, but he didn't. I have an Android. He has an Apple. I was an Apple girl for years, but I knew things were going to change with Apple. As soon as Steve Jobs died, I'm like, it's over. It's over. They could say that they have the same vision all they want. They don't. I never found anything to work properly right after he died. So, game over. And I didn't want to go with an Android, but I have to tell you, this I wouldn't be able to do what I do with an Apple that I do with this phone, because it is so superior when it comes to pictures and film and storage, that I just didn't have the capability with an Apple. And John is like, but it made our lives easier because our lives were integrated into the calendar. I'm like, well, I still have my iPad. I don't really ever take it out that much anymore, but I still have it. This is my little trick here. Then I have a surprise for you guys. I just nailed down everything this morning with an email, and so there'll be a surprise for next week coming. Very excited, extremely excited. I'll be introducing a new artist to you guys. And I think you're gonna love her. At first I thought, oh, this isn't really for me. It's cute. But then as I got to know the artist more and her work, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like so in love with this stuff now. Which I think it's a good idea to get to know the artist. And I'm trying to expand into areas that I might not go into, like I'm like, oh, that's just not my style. I don't, but I stretched my wings a little bit, and now I am in love with this artist. I think it's I think it's just more than adorable, because you get to know the artist, you get to know her, you get to know her background, you get to know her family, you get to know where her inspiration comes from. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy her. I think she's very different than most of the things that I show here, and most of the things that I've seen you all diamond paint, because you've shared your stuff with me. And I just think that, I hope I do a good job presenting her to you guys, because I think you're really going to love her. Just really, really love her. And I'm excited. I can't wait for the canvases to get here. I don't know which ones they're sending me just yet. I thought I did, but then this morning there were like 7 more canvases, and I thought, oh, which ones am I getting? Where they were showing me 7 more. Who knows? Maybe they're sending me all 7. Then I'm really gonna have a heart attack. Very cute, very, very cute work. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I'm doing this orca. I didn't realize it when I was doing it. I was just like so in the zone of diamond painting. I didn't realize what I was diamond painting. And then when I got up to take a break, I was like, oh my gosh, I started in on the orca. And I want to get my enhancements that I bought for this kit from Diamond Painting with Sparklers, and I want to, you know, I bought bubbles. I'm not going to put these in. I'm going to put like things that look like actual sea foam, and I'm excited to do that. I have to keep looking at the picture through my cell phone to see exactly where this is going. I might just keep this on top and like mark where. That's what I should have done, because I think it's here are the bubbles, and up along her collarbone. I should just mark it with my China marker. And if you ever, you know, like want to enhance something, that's a good place to start. Get yourself a China marker, or like I always tell you guys, go take one of the crayons from the kiddos. Say, "Can Mommy or Daddy borrow a crayon?" And they get so excited. They're like, "Oh yeah, sure. What are you doing with my crayon?" And you could show them, and you can write right on here, like, "Oh, what would it, you know? Maybe I want to, you know, circle this, or maybe let me see how this would look here or there." And you could even, if, you know, kids let you use the whole box of crayons, you can actually kind of get an idea of even what color enhancements you would like and what they would look like. Just a thought. Let's get you in there. And so I'm just moving on the diagonal. So yeah, I finished the first 10 by 10 square on the square kit, because it was all practice sessions, and I had already did the tutorial, so it was all practice sessions. And I thought, oh well, you know, let me practice my squares. And those of you that know me know that I have never been really good with a tweezer, and I'm not only teaching you guys, I'm teaching myself. And I'm loving it. When I got done with that square and I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, my squares are so neat. They're so neat and aligned. I've never had squares look this good. Now it is Art Dot, the blue putty, the one with the crown. And I'm able to pick up and place my AB drills because it will not stick to my AB drills. Isn't that fabulous? I think my greatest example of this putty is I did Nordic Winter by Dreamer Design, and it came with 3 bags of AB drills. If you're looking for a very cute, pretty 40 by 40 winter canvas to do, and people shy away from it. They're like, oh my God, I can never place all those AB drills. You don't have to. You can use your Art Dot putty and it will pick them up beautifully. 3, and I use the multi-placer, of course, because I was like, oh my God. And it did beautiful. I think I used the 7 placer. It did beautiful. And if you do go get that, let me give you a little hint. I wish when I was on DP with Sparklers, I would have gotten the long baguette gems that she had, drills that she had for the windows to make them look like real windows. I think that would have been pretty. I think that would have been really pretty in the background, in the windows. It's like, oh, why didn't I get window panes? But that's a gorgeous canvas. It's very sweet. And it has like these little round, it comes with round red glass. I think that are they the lights? I think they might be the holly berries. Oh, they're so pretty. That kit is so pretty. Nordic Winter. Because I want to take, like, I'm telling you guys, by the time July is out, I'm going to have a winter canvas out. Even though I have Muka. I have Muka's Winter that I never finished, started, and I feel like just finish your winter canvas. Don't start something new. But I always put my Kurtis Rykovich Crimson and lilac. They come out for the winter. I bring them downstairs. I hang them up together. They're part of my holiday decorations. They look like they're going to some kind of Christmas festival, festivalish ball. They're so cute. Let's put these here. So I think what I want to do is quiet snow. Or at least get her kitted up. Just get her out of the box. Can't remember if well, I think I did show her, but I know I didn't kit her up. I still have to de-kit 2 kits, and I can't even remember which ones they were. Oh, I have to de-kit Night's Rest. And, oh gosh, I can't remember. What did I get done? Oh, I think it's still one of my angels from Ren. Yeah, I think I have to de-kit an angel from Ren. I kitted up my Raven. That's cool. I don't think he's going to have time to read. It is 15 minutes past 11. He's not going to have time to read because he's got to be at the senior home at noon. So there goes that. So I guess it's just you and I. And I was like, I'm just going to read it myself. He's like, oh, okay, read it. And I'm like, I don't want to read it. It's 3 men on a boat. I don't want to read this section. This is why I'm reading what I'm reading. Because I have 3 here I missed. Is it just 3? No, I missed a few. Okay, put you in here. You go here. You go here because I'll pick you up and start, diving, putting things back that don't belong. So, I mean, I like being able to diamond paint now because I'm not able to diamond paint when I talk to you guys. Tonight at 7 Eastern. And next week, if you go on Diamond Art Emporium, you can see a lot of Kristen's work. You don't need to buy a Diamond Art Emporium kit. But Kristen did a lovely collection of witches. I got my witch from Diamond Art Emporium. I got my witch, well, because it's Ren's event, and so I wanted to use something from his company, of course. But you don't need to buy a Diamond Art Emporium kit. And I got one from Kristen. Mine is a 2-hand clutch, and I think it's adorable. You guys are crazy for my best friend. I know Min got the Garden Witch. I think I'm trying to remember who didn't get my best friend. Someone else got the Literary Witch, which I was going to get because John and I do the readings and stuff, and I wanted to get something with a bookshelf. But the new artist that I'm telling you guys about, I believe that there is one scene almost like that. So I was like, oh, I don't want to have 2 of the same scene. So. Even though they're different artists. And I just love the 2-hand clutch because she reminded me of Bewitched. Any more? I'm just looking for white symbols, so that kind of like narrows it down for me as to what I'm looking for. All right, we're good. And if you get these trays too, you can just put another one on top and use it as a lid to when you go to put your drills back. Like that. You can use it as like a little lid. So that you can, feel a little bit more confident about pouring them back in. And let's get 3 more. I'm going to be using the same video when he reads. So if you don't catch this, oh, don't stick your tray on top of your canvas. Sometimes I leave the extra drills out, like in the tray, because I'm like, as soon as I put this away, you know I'm gonna I'm gonna see one that's missing. I'll be like, oh good, I didn't put you back. All right, who's next? White. I got a bow tie. I have the Y's. I like to do my whites first because they form an outline, but I think I want to do something bigger, or maybe I just want to fill this in and start moving, you know, closing this gap here. I'm going to do this little section of 1 and E's. Okay, let's do that. I'm breaking my rules. I'm breaking my rules. I'm doing other things. But, you know, it's the way it is sometimes. Break the rules. Is this 1? Okay, 1 and E, because this is a nice little patchwork right here. You know, this one I am going to have to mark or I will get confused. So here's 1. And here is E. And I think I'm going to take these 3 little triangles here. So like we're moving in that direction. Here they are. Three little triangles, 3 little circles that look like a triangle. I told you guys that my mom was telling me about an old show called One Step Beyond, and I've been watching one episode every evening. I watched April 14th, which had to do with the Titanic, and I watched last night one that had to do with a Ouija board. That was pretty cool. And then I'm trying to watch the ones that like are the most controversial ones. You know, after 3, I think they filmed close to 100 episodes of this show, but they're still holding up pretty good. I mean, I like those little mystery black and white. Beats anything else that's on TV right now. I can't find anything to hold my interest. So please, if you know anything good that's on. Oh, John and I did watch Billy Joel Part 1. Oh, that was amazing. So good. I said to John, because John knows everything about it, you know, every musician out there. I'm like, did you know all this about Billy Joel? He said, I had no idea. I had no idea. And I know like a few sections were like upsetting to him. I can't tell you why because you didn't see it yet, but oh, so if you know anything else that's good on TV, please let me know what you're watching. You know when you just feel like sinking your teeth into something really good? That's what I want to do. I just want to sink my teeth into something really, really good. Oh, I did watch, and I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I used to travel back and forth to Barbados for business, and I had my son with me on a few of the trips, and he would go with the camp that was there. And oh gosh, you know, even on my days off, he would be, you know, surfing, sunning, building sandcastles, you know, just like an amazing camp for the kiddo. And I was eating breakfast one morning with him, and he would want to go down to the beach, and he would want to, you know, play with these locals volleyball. And it was the attendant that was serving me my breakfast that just, he literally put my breakfast down. He walked over and he said, "Joshua, come over here to your mother now." And I was like, what the hell? And he said, "Ma'am, do not let him near those locals. Your son will disappear." And I was terrified. Terrified. Now, I'm not saying anything about people of Barbados. I love them. But there's bad actors everywhere, right? So I watched this, the show, What Happened to Amy Bradley. Goes on a cruise. I think her parents both worked for this insurance company, and they want a cruise, and not only for themselves but for their family. Very close-knit family, brother and sister, so close that it was just so lovely, you know, to see. And I don't know where this girl went. Her and her brother, her mom and her dad were out for an evening, and the brother and the sister, the mother and father, go to bed like at 1 a.m. and they're all staying in the same room. And the brother and the sister are like, "No, we're going to go down to the disco. We're not tired yet." You know, they're young. And the brother's got his eye on her, but he signals to her he's going to go back to the room. She comes back to the room shortly after. They're still up. They're sitting on the deck. They're you know, their little balcony. They're smoking a cigarette. And she's like, "Yeah, you know, one of the guys, he tried to like pick me up, and one of the guys from the band, he tried to pick me up, and you know," and she was just laughing. She wasn't interested. And he's like, "Listen, Mom and Dad got an early, you know, day for us tomorrow. I want to get some sleep. It's like going on 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're still, you know how it is when you're on vacation. You're still like." So she's like, "I'm going to stay out here because I feel like I drank too much." I got the feeling, and it was never brought out, I guess because they really didn't know for sure. I got the feeling that maybe something was put in her drink. And she's like, "No, I'm going to stay out here on the balcony because I feel like I'm, you know, it's better out here. I feel like I'm getting, you know, some air." And the father got up at like a little bit after 6, like I'm talking about 6:05, something like that. And he looked on the balcony and he saw her there. He saw her on the balcony. Maybe he went back to bed. I think he said he went back to bed. The son was sleeping. The brother was sleeping. And when the father got up again, she was gone. Son's still sleeping, you know. They had a long, you know, I mean, they had just gone to bed basically like an hour or two ago. And he's like, "Oh, Amy's up, you know, like she must be on the balcony because she was, you know, taking pictures. She liked to take pictures." He's like, "I think I'll go up to the balcony and let these two guys sleep, his wife and his son, and go have coffee with Amy." But he can't find her. She's nowhere. She's nowhere. Now, if you've ever been on a cruise, you know a cruise ship is enormous. So he doesn't, I would imagine that he really didn't panic all at once. But, you know, because she could be anywhere. She could have went somewhere that he didn't know. And he wakes the brother up. And he's like, I can't find Amy. And, you know, "Do you know where she might be?" He's like, "No." And they all start looking for her. And what am I doing? It's because I'm talking. That's not right. That one and that one are not right. And he's like, "No, I don't know where she could be. Do these colors have to look identical?" And he really, Hudson. Okay, I knew I got it wrong. So he's like, no, I don't know where she can be. So they all start looking, the mother, the father, and the son. They're looking everywhere. Now they go over, because they're getting ready to hit port. And it was so heartbreaking that they just did not understand that this is a cruise ship and things don't stop because someone's missing. So what the captain does is he says, the crew has to stay behind because they're going to check every nook and cranny of every room. They can't find this girl. She's not on this ship. They say she's not on the ship. So now, did she fall overboard? Well, it didn't look like she fell overboard, and it didn't look like she committed suicide. Committed S, I should say. Committed S. So it was so heartbreaking for the mother, because she was like, people are just getting off the ship and they're doing, you know, they're just going about like nothing happened. Like, my daughter is missing. It was really sad. And they, you know, they go home without their daughter. They don't know what happened to her. And keep the faith. But this girl starts to be spotted. This is my whole thing. She was spotted in Barbados, and this woman said that she knew that that was her. I mean, I really thought, I mean, she's been spotted, so they know that she's alive, but she's probably part of a sex trafficking circuit. Oh, it was just so heartbreaking, and I could not sleep that night because I kept thinking of my son as a little boy and how quickly, because the attendant said that they were playing volleyball in front of me, but there's a line. Literally, it's just a rope. That's it. And so the locals have to stay on this side, and my son's here. And they kept trying to bring him over. And he kept saying, Mom, can I go? And it was like, no, stay where I can see you. You know, because it's that quick. You know, all of a sudden they're here, and then they're gone. But that attendant knew. I mean, he knew. And I couldn't get that image out of my mind all night long, that God forbid that could have been my child that went missing. And like I said, I love the people of Barbados. I went out there for years, had business out there. A beautiful people, very warm, very welcoming. But there's bad actors everywhere. So, like, don't come at me, you know. I mean, there's bad actors everywhere in the world. And these things do happen. And when they almost happen to you, it's very, very, very frightening. Very frightening. I couldn't get this story out of my head all night long. This poor girl. This poor girl. Her friends. I mean, and she was like the one that was like always keeping the friends together. They all knew each other because of her. They were all introduced to each other because of her. She was the one that was like, you know, always expanding the circle. And it just was so sad. So sad. And the best part, well, not the best part, the most tragic part, I should say, is that she came out when she went into her college year, and the girl that she went to school with and grew up with, and, you know, that was very close to her entire childhood, they both came out, I believe, in their college year. So they had just fallen in love. So, and she wrote her this beautiful letter, and put the message in the bottle. I'm not going to go into all that. It's just too heartbreaking. But like that's like, you know, like, it's like there's nothing to watch on TV. So what are we watching? We're watching things like this. Like, you know, I guess it's true life, and so that's what holds my interest. But very tragic story. Should I call these guys? And like, that's like it. Like, either that or I'm watching, you know, Me TV, or we're watching King of Queens. We're watching Doug and Carrie. You know, You know, stuff like that. That's what we're watching. No more E's. Okay, no more E's. Going in, going once, going twice. Oh, it's an AB. Oh, nice. Let's put these in. I was going to pick 3 more, but let's just put these guys in. They're so pretty because I don't know how much time I have left. And like I said, John is not going to read when he comes in because he's going to have to go. He's going to have to go. But this will be the, you know, I'll take the audio out, well, and then he'll record over this, the story. Now you'll see him, this will be piped in, this will be like a picture in a picture. You'll see him, this will be a picture in a picture. And, that's not, it's too tight. And then I will take everything out of the background. But then I will also use this as my little diamond painting sesh with you guys to tell you about tonight, 7 p.m. And because like I said, I can't diamond paint and have a live. And then I think next Monday, you guys, with my members, I do my Moogle, my member meetup on Google. And I get to see what you guys are working on. And you guys take over. I get to be the audience. And you guys tell me all the fun stuff, which is fun. I like being in the audience. I get to diamond paint and you get to show me all your stuff. And you get to, you know, meet up, ask questions. And it's so nice to be able to see, you know, like follow along with your progress of the paintings that I know you all are painting right now. So that's cool. And then, like I said, next week, Kristen will be on. She will be, we're going to be talking about, she just did a live with Rich at Speaking of Diamonds on Sunday, and they talked about AI art. And she will be speaking with Tammy. And Tammy and Kristen will be talking about Kristen's life story, which is very interesting, hugely interesting. And Kristen and I will be talking about art and the community, which you guys know that's like my thing. So that's next Tuesday. And then we'll be approaching August. Believe it, you guys? Do you believe it? We'll be approaching August. Holy cow. I don't know where 2025 went. I feel like this year went by so quickly, more so than any other year. Really more so than any other year. This one was just like But, maybe because John and I went to Florida, maybe that broke things up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it flying by for you guys too? I don't know. Okay. Oh, where'd you come from? You don't go there. Release. It's time to use a lot of pretty ABs in here. I'm looking at those up there, those like sea foamy. I'm looking at these right here. Aren't they pretty? Those right here. They're so pretty. And her hair, that shot of like seafoam green. I love this orca. Any more? No, that's it for him. Nope, I lost one. I was walking yesterday when I was doing Motivational Monday, and I was, I said, what, I have to get out of this house. I got to take a walk, but I still have to do this and do that. I'm like, I can do it walking. I will do my video walking. The voiceover. I did the filming, and then I was going to do a voiceover for Motivational Monday, and I was like, walking. It was beautiful. It was so nice out. I wanted to go jump in the pool, and I thought I had a bug on me, and it was a 310. It's like, which one are you? Who am I looking for? That half moon. Yeah, it was a 310. I know I need this one, and I know I need this one, and then I see. Why can't I find the one that I'm looking for? Here you are. Oh, because there's like 3 of them. When they do a symbol like this, and then they have one like this, and then they have one like this, and then they have one like this. I'm like, give us a break, guys. Especially with dyslexia, it's not fun. I can't be missing that. I don't know why I am missing this color. Colors look almost identical. They look almost identical. I have to pull this out now because they look. Is it me? Am I going crazy? This is 156. That's 793. Do they really look that much alike? They're like, they're like that close in color. Holy cow. I had to take it out. I couldn't believe it was that similar. I'm glad I took it out because I need it right there. Both the same color? No, I didn't think so. Corrected that. And I'm just trying to stay right in here. Have a few here I missed. I like this color. It was in the Marie Antoinette canvas too. This baby blue. What do I have? Like, what? Where did you come from? One flower. Just one flower symbol right there. Did I do the flowers already? Forgot. Oh, yeah, I guess so. What else did I take out? I took out the bow tie. This is 793. Did I drop one? No. I may have lost the label for that. Isn't he so cute? I'm gonna pull out and you'll be able to see him a lot better. It's 10 to 12. No way it's Johnny doing a reading. I was thinking of my Ivan Balakovic canvas too, and I was thinking, you know, they had tightened up. This is an old Dreamer design canvas. They had tightened up that canvas. I couldn't wait to get a tighter canvas, and when I did, I was like pulling my hair out, and the only way I was able to diamond paint that canvas was using a tweezer, which I really wasn't good at. Oh gosh. Which I really wasn't good at. And oh boy. That has to be my husband calling. He's probably saying, I'm not going to make it home. You know. He's like, and nothing came up here on my phone because my phone will ring, even though I am videotaping. I've got 3 little bow ties here. Probably him saying, I'm going to go right to the senior home. Or he's just calling me to talk on his way home. I know he's not grabbing lunch because I know he had lunch before he left. He had a late breakfast. He didn't have lunch. He had brunch. I know that's not why he's calling. Oh, a couple more right here. Yay. I hate that I was such a snob about only using a multi-placer because I'm having so much fun just single dotting. I really am. It's just so much more calming. But I hit my hour. And you will see this video again once Johnny comes home and reads, because this is going to be piped in. There's my mermaid. What do you see of her? What do you see of her? Let's see. What can you see of her? Oh, so cute. We're going to be filling this in. I'm going to be filling this in. Oh, so cute. Yep, I love it. I love it. You'll be getting an update. Maybe I'll show her again tonight during my live. There's Farah. My girl. Thanks for hanging with me, keeping me company for an hour. Hopefully we get Joel's chapter 11. And it's the shortest chapter. It's like 10 pages, and we can't get it together. But we will. We will. In fact, I'm going to let him read 2 chapters now, just because he didn't get here in time. See you later on today, 7 p.m. And then we're off to Ditsy's after at 8 p.m. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.